I saw an article where they were talking about how there was a CEO, I forget who it was, right? I didn't get a chance to go and read thoroughly through, but I did see the headline, and a lot of people were up in arms about it because there was a CEO who fired 90% of his staff and replaced them with AI. So I would love to know, what are your thoughts on good AI, bad AI? How do you feel about AI as a whole?
Man, so the way I look at it, if we're gonna compare this historically throughout time, people were mad about tractors. They're gonna replace farmers. I'm like, motherfucker, you used to have slaves that had to do this shit. Now you have a little car that goes bzzz, boom, done, right? So it replaced all of the work that people had to do. And what did people do? It created new jobs.
Right.
Because now you need tractor operators, right? And what they did is it also doubled the output, tripled the output, quadrupled the output. So now you have, let's say you're using tractors for food. You now have 10 times more food. So no one's starving anymore. There's new jobs. And before, you didn't have as much food, so people had to starve if they didn't work. Now it's like, no matter what, even in this country, if you're homeless in the United States, they don't just let you die. They don't let you die if you're homeless in the United States. They literally give you like a stipend, like, here, go get some food, right? Like, there's so much money and food around because of the technological advancement that now no one fucking starves here. Everyone has food, even if you don't do anything.
Well, access to food. I think there are some homeless where they just, I don't know if they don't, I don't want to say they don't qualify, but there are some who are just out there, just like that. We're not doing anything today. Like, I guess those are the bums. The homeless thing, those are the bums.
So think about it like this, though. Those people in the days of where you had to like hunt for your own food.
Right.
The fuck are they gonna do? If
it's over at that point. Yeah, survival of the fittest.
If you can't go get $5 and go get your ass to a McDonald's and give them $5 to get some food, what, like, you're gonna catch a lion and eat it?
Right.
Hell no.
Yeah, in the days of eat what you kill, you know, those are the individuals you don't make it. Right.
So to talk more about the AI, I feel like it's just doing that on a more advanced level.
Right.
Because let's say you have a customer support job, a robot is now like replaced you. You got to figure out something else. You got to control the AI now. You got to do the prompts for the AI. You got to program the AI. You're going to need more programmers. You're going to need more engineers. You're going to need more builders. You're going to need more innovators. You're going to need more entertainers. Because that's the stuff that can't be replaced.
Right.
You can never have a AI chiseled Adonis.
Right.
Because whatever you do is so specific to you. It's God-given. And AI, unfortunately, is created by humans, not created by God. So it's never going to be able to do what you do.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting so afraid. And I actually look at it, this is a good thing. Because of course you have the lower level kind of employment that exists there that can be replaced like that. But then now you have to get creative. Because I think if you're somebody who's doing the bare minimum just to get by in life, we're starting to get to a point where you can't just be that anymore. There's only so many places that you can be that bare minimum spot. So now you have to get creative, figure out what is it that you can do. Because truly, with the AI, I think a lot of people in tech, there's gonna be so much more jobs that open up there. But then customer service, different sort of operators of different sort of that nature, they're gonna end up losing those positions.
Yeah.
And even with editors now, because with AI,
I saw a video.
Now you can, because I had it happen with me. I went to like this tryItonAI.com website because I saw somebody else had posted, oh, well, I got some headshots or whatever. I've been procrastinating on getting new headshots for years. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go and plug some photos in here. Immediately, they had me look like a young Kevin Hart who didn't make it. They had me looking like I was some sort of lawyer, injury attorney. I thought I was Celino and Barnes, like it was something like that. It was craziness. So I'm sitting there like, oh man, wait a minute. So now for photographers or editors or whatever the case is, I'm very curious what's gonna happen with them, because if they're able to now have AI operate at a level that it rivals some of the best editors, some of the best photographers, I'm very curious how they're gonna all pivot.
So I experimented with the editing software of like AI, plug in a video, it spits out like something coherent. And there's one thing I realized, I don't think it's ever gonna replace an actual human editor.
100%.
Because something beautiful about human editors, they have emotion. And when you create content, you can make a movie. I've seen a movie, what was it? It was a movie. Might have been the second Space Jam. I cried because of the second Space Jam, because LeBron was being a good father, and I was like, I never had a father. I want LeBron to be my dad. Like I was like.
Oh, so what did you feel watching Pursuit of Happiness?
Dog, that shit fucked me up too.
Oh,
I wanted to throw up.
Oh.
you know when you cry so hard that you feel like
right?
You start wanting to throw up. I wanted to throw up.
Good God, pain.
So
I'm sorry to hear. I enjoyed the movie.
You're like, oh yeah.
No, I actually.
I like watching him struggle.
Right. Oh no, it was pain. I cried too. It's one of the, there's two scenes in there. There was when he was inside the bathroom. Bathroom. There was that one that was there. And he's holding the doors and trying to get inside. That was one. And then the second one for me is when he was running down the steps after he got the job. That was the moment for me. I'm like that's truly what happiness is. So I've always envisioned in my life I want to recreate that moment. But obviously it can't just be okay. Here's some stairs that say let me run down these stairs and cry. That's corny. Somebody would do that for a TikTok and get some views. But I always wanted to like have that moment so you can feel that's what happiness is.
So a good editor, I think, can take footage like that. Because if you were to look at the whole like unedited thing, you just see Will Smith like,
right.
If an AI did it could have fucked it up.
Yeah, exactly. It'd take out that emotion.
Ruin the entire thing. But someone editing it like could like cut it up and like they'd be like, wow, look what we just fucking made.
Right.
They feel it. And I think if you're a good editor, like if you're just one of these shitty guys that just cut, here you go, you're getting replaced. But if you're someone that's very passionate about what you do, can create captivating moments, you'll never be able to get replaced.
Because that's the thing. I looked at I've done the same. I went to, I think it was video.ai. I think that's what one of it was, where they had like the AI editors. And I plugged in a video and it would just cut like what they believe to be some of the best moments in the video.
Yeah.
And although we can have disagreements on what those moments may be, but it would have a very cold closing or it'd have a cold opening. Like it wouldn't captivate or catch the thing. And then to make matters worse, it wouldn't add in like music or stuff like that. So depending on what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and I agree with you 110%, if you're an editor or you're somebody or photographer who does just the bare minimum, it's over for you. But if you actually have very dynamic, a performance, I should say, behind what it is that you do, now you'll be able to survive. Because you were talking about this earlier where AI now, you can almost generate what people will look like in the future. Yeah. That's interesting to me because I saw, I think it was like a couple of years ago where they said this is what the human is gonna look like. Yeah. In like 2000, or what was it? I think it was like, no, the year 3000. I know what you're talking about. And there was a bunch of jokes like, oh, this is just a product of Nick Cannon semen. But I'm so curious, like, what do you think about like the photos of the future?
Yo, I feel like AI is low-key like gaslighting people because it's making them hope, and this is a good thing, it's making them hopeful for the future. So there's one right now where it says, let me predict how your baby will look. And it'll like predict people's babies. And I remember my girl made one. I was like, oh, this is so cute. Like we should have a kid now. Like I want that, right? But then I was on Instagram and I feel so mean saying this. I saw a girl. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, she ugly.
Good God.
Ugly girl.
She did the same thing. She did the same thing.
And she posted it. Oh. A baby. She's like, my future kid looks so cute. And I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, why do that kind of look like my kid?
Damn. They're using the same.
They're using the same
template.
It's the same frame, but they put like maybe like your little face on it. And I'm like,
wait,
man.
But now that makes me wonder. So was the baby that she posted was also a good-looking baby? Yeah. Looked somewhat similar to the baby that would have been a product of your semen. Yeah. So maybe it is AI saying, perhaps you might just have two children by two different women.
Yeah, man. See, I don't know about that. I don't think there's any. I think that's where AI goes wrong. That's the bad of AI. You said the good and the bad?
Right.
That's the bad of
Maybe
AI.
they're saying you're going to have a rough night with some tequila.
Bro,
and then you're going to end up wherever she might be.
I seen that baby and I was like, hey, yo, AI is lying to your face. AI is a manipulative husband.
Right. It's like it doesn't match with what's happening here. You're lying to yourself.
AI was like literally trying to make them feel good about themselves. And I was like, yo, okay, here we go. So once I seen that, I was like, man, AI is lying, it's gaslighting you. But here's the reason that's so addictive. Because let's say you're someone that's insecure. You might not like how you look. You plug yourself into this AI, and AI makes you handsome, takes away all your imperfections. Now you're like, man, I love AI. Because you get a boost, you're like, I look like that.
Right.
This is what the AI, based off my looks, made me look like that. Yeah. And people are a little bit delusional, they don't want to accept the truth, right? Because I saw my AI, I did an AI of me, and like you said, like it made me look like a Kevin Hart that never made it. Like I saw mine, I look like fucking handsome. I'm like, yo, I look good. Made my jawline stronger. It made my beard connect. Like my beard doesn't connect, but it made it connect on the AI. I'm like, gaslighter. You're making me feel better about myself. Cause you get that dopamine hit. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, it's literally, that's probably what it is. Cause even now on dating apps, I know a lot of people are running into this where they're having conversations with AI. they're
man.
swiping right on AI. They're in relationships with AI.
That's crazy.
Incredible. Because, like, could you imagine, like, remember when Catfish was at its peak? I think this was probably the mid-2010s when they had the show going crazy. And these people were thinking, all right, I'm dating this person, but you just take a photo of somebody else. But that person at least exists.
Yeah.
This time around with AI, nobody exists. You're talking to a creation, a computer.